How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful Monday here in central New York. The snow is melting and the long term forecast looks good. So we should be out racing to the track very, very soon. Spent a lot of time up late on Sunday night into Monday morning looking for photos through the bin. Stumbled on this one from Thunder Mountain Speedway back on May 26th, 2007. So it was early that season. In 2007 was the first year we started taking pictures on Doug's Dirt Diary. So let's see what's the same and what's a little bit different as we head up the hill to one of the best views in racing. Look at that. That's what you see when you get up top and you just look around. I mean, I could see you could build a house on one of these mountains down in this area of New York State, and you don't even need any pictures on the wall or anything. Just put windows, and you got the view you need right there. So, I believe it's Ricky Yetter was his name. I remember he had something to do with either a lawyer's office or something like that. So, this one I know. I can't think of it. I believe it's one of the hearts, but I'm not 100% sure. So, again, looking for your comments to help me identify some of these people. This is Greg Tadich. Unfortunately, Greg's no longer with us, but Greg was a good friend. Always had time for me on the website and did a lot of things with him. So when I see this, my knees get sore. It used to be a lot easier to climb this hill back 17 years ago, but we'll find a way to get down there sometime this year for a special possibly and see what it's like. But this is the view from up top. Always loved the concrete grandstand up on the mountain here. And again, just look at the views you get. It's amazing. So much fun to go up to this place and just look around. And looked like we might have had a little bit of weather on this day, but nothing ended up happening. But boy, the skies do not exactly look very friendly right about there. Father and son team here, and I believe it was McLeod, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, this was a long time ago for me, guys. So somebody's got a new Napa air filter they're going to be putting in. Of course, that's a big thing on everything that races. It doesn't matter what track you're at. Of course, 600 modifieds, man, they were everywhere up there about this time. There were so many of these things in the pit area. It was not even funny as they were literally coming out of the woodwork, it seemed, on various nights as these cars were very, very popular at Thunder Mountain and really all through the southern tier. You could even rent one, take it out for a little ride and have some fun there too. But lots of 600 modifieds. There's Corky Stockham, by the way. His son Chris was driving that one right there. But these things put on a really good show up there too. Another guy, I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I not know his name? I believe it's Wilcox, like Mike Wilcox, Brent Wilcox, something like that. Help me out, guys. Again, maybe some stuff in there. So look in the pit area here to see how things were looking as the track started to fill up a little bit here. Here's some people that didn't want to spend all the money on the graphics. We're spending it on the car. They got the 7. It's a good looking car, though. I do like it. And of course, here's former Outlaw Circuit champion Paul Jensen. Was running at Thunder Mountain at the time. This is another one. I know this. I feel so badly about it. So this gentleman, I met him and his wife at the time. I believe that was his wife anyway. Nice to see some stock cars in the pit area as well, as it is ready for hot lap time here up on the mountain. And of course, stock cars all over the place here up at Thunder Mountain. Those Southern Tier street stocks, good looking cars, got some motor in them, and they put on a pretty good show. Again, looked like it was going to rain all night, but we were able to do things here, so and able to get in a complete show. Kevin Jordan, I got it right this time, guys. Of course, here is Mike, or Joey Colston, excuse me, and there is Dad Mike. Mike, we miss you terribly, man. We hope you're enjoying racing up in heaven, and there's the two of them together. Nice family photo of the Colston family. Got some other folks in the pit area ready to have some fun with J.R. Hurlbert and his bunch. They were longtime campaigners up there. Don't know if they actually used any water here, but boy, that's a good looking racetrack, isn't it? Got to admit that. Loved the grandstand, always did. Boy, you don't want to trip and fall on the concrete, but boy, lots of room. Bring your lawn chairs with you. Just like another one of those places that there's just not a bad seat. I know a lot of you guys remember this Packer that was at the track. That was there for a long time, too. The roofless Packer was there for a long time down at Skyline, and now it is time for qualifying heats, as Joe Morata would say. And this was new. They had a new press room in there, so which I liked, obviously. So here's these 600s. You can see these things go 3, 4 wide all over the racetrack down there at Thunder Mountain. Put on a really good show. Street stocks were always a good time down there too. And you can always tell the modifieds at the Southern Tier at this point because they had the sail panels on them. And these were modifieds going out for their qualifying heat. And as you can see, pretty good crowd on this night up at Thunder Mountain. So pure stocks, although I'm not sure if they call them pure stocks or factory stocks, but you can see the DOT tires. So that lets you know that it is a stock car division in the purest form anyway. Met this gentleman at the racetrack. If you know his name, please let me know. Again, there's a lot of folks I just don't know here. This is Matt Latwinski, I think is how it's pronounced. Fortunately, I had the roof on the car there. One of the spoon hours here. I wish I knew which one, guys, so please help me out. Make sure to help me with that one. Mike Colston doing a little work there. Those hard to tell what he's actually working on, though. Something under the hood there. I always like this shot. You know me, I like to try to get a little artistic if I can. Contemplating as they're grooming the racetrack. The sun right there. It's a nice shot. I like it. So I always try to have a little fun. That's me from my PBS days, trying to be artsy with racing stuff if possible. Paul Jensen out there going, I don't know, guys, run that bottom in a little more, maybe. So I know I recognize this guy, too. Good guy. I can't think of his name, but that smile says it all right there. So good bunch of folks at the racetrack down here. And, of course, since I had an older camera, once the sun went down, the camera didn't necessarily take good pictures, but what it did do is it did give me some kind of semi-interesting effects, especially as the night went on. Like, look at that. That almost looks like something you could put on a poster right there. Same with this right here, kind of cool, I always liked it. So, guys, again, make sure to turn on the notifications, subscribe. Hit the like button if you can, but the big thing is to subscribe, the notifications. If you want to help us out, paypal.me/Doug Elkins Racing. There's also a super thanks button, depending on what you're viewing this on. That's right underneath. You can help us out that way too. But we're hoping to be getting back out to some shops. It's just we need a little money to do some traveling with, guys. So if you can help us out there, please do so. Got more coming up after this, so make sure to stick around as the weather is getting warmer, the snow is melting, and it is almost race time here in central New York.